People suck, and that's okay. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. We like to talk about business concepts here, and really it all comes back to people concepts because, in a sense, all business comes back to people. And so we're dealing with principles, strategies, and tactics to help you grow your business. I wrote a book this time last year, just put it out. 9 ways to Amazon proof your business. I've got the audiobook coming out very soon. 9 ways to Amazon proof your business. If you'd like to check it out, it's all about how to overcome competition. You can get yourself a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. Let's talk about why people suck, why I say this, because it's a great generality that anybody can use. I mean, really, some of the greatest things in the world come from people. It just happens to be that some of the worst things in the world also come from people. And that's why people suck. And it's not just the people that are walking around right now. It's all of humanity going all the way back. I mean, people have sucked a long time, and we have all these antiquated systems that we keep using, really because in some cases we don't have much of a choice. It's really tough to switch over from certain systems. I'll tell you the system that I'm thinking of that really drives me crazy, and this is the system of repair, home repair specifically, and plumbing even more specifically. So we had a situation with our kitchen faucet, and we had to replace it. So we have the replacement faucet in the process of putting it together, and I realized that these two parts that should automatically screw together, they don't screw together. One's a lot bigger than the other. I need the adapter. And where do you go for an adapter? You go to Home Depot. And Home Depot's, if you've been there, you know. It's a great place and it's a horrible place at the same time. That they have some type of system where they train. It's no offense to anybody that works at Home Depot. I like Home Depot a lot, and I have no personal issues with the people that work there. But somehow the way that they train them is to run away from anyone asking a question. And so every time I look for help, and they like act like they don't see you, and they run in the opposite direction. Sometimes screaming, which is wild. But so I was there today 3 times. My wife was there once. I had to return over and over again because I couldn't quite find the adapter that was proper, because there's no standardized adapter either. There are some standards in terms of all the hoses and everything that go behind a faucet, but of course I've got one of the weird ones that isn't as common, and so even just finding an adapter to make these two things fit together was horrendous. I won't go through all the details, but it's one of those things that took us so long, and then I'd get parts that when I got them here out of the package that say a certain thing, they ended up being something completely different. So I'd end up with I actually bought the wrong parts. Okay, I bought the wrong adapters that are meant to screw together. And one of them accidentally ended up being the right adapter that was in the wrong package. So now I have the right thing that's mismarked, that I don't know how to define it as being anything else. You can't just take out a tape measure and measure it and get the right inches. This is the weird thing. On this is truth. On a lot of these things that screw together, the size that it says it is isn't necessarily the size that it is. Go figure. So you can't just measure this thing to figure out what the inch diameter is on it. That's not the numbers that they're actually going by, but that's what they call it. They call it 3/8 inch, even though it's not 3/8 inch. I end up with this thing that I don't know how to define, and then I gave up. I said, I'm done for the night. I've got too many other things to work on. My wife ends up going, and she almost gets the wrong thing. We end up on an argument over the phone, trying to direct her through the store back to the area where I was, and end up eventually getting what we need, but spend way too much time doing something that I shouldn't have been doing to begin with. Should have hired it out or found someone else that knew what they were doing. And on the same end, it's one of those things where what can you do? People suck. And you got to be okay with that. That's why I say people suck. It's okay. It's okay. You just gotta deal with it. This is a part of life. It's not going to change while you're here. You're a part of it. You're a part of why people suck. We're imperfect creatures bumbling around on a daily basis, and hopefully you get some joy about in the whole process. And that's part of what owning a business is about. It's finding some good stuff, sharing it with others, making money off of it. I mean, it's a simple concept if you're doing it right. Hopefully you are. That's all I got for tonight. I'm gonna go into some more ideas tomorrow around the same area, some more principle-based jargon that's hopefully entertaining. Talk to you tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.